Shi Julong sought to leverage Fotucheng's influence and thus issued an edict to treat him with great respect. Fotucheng was provided with luxurious silk clothing, a decorated chariot, and was personally greeted by Shi Julong during court assemblies. The crown prince and ministers assisted him with his chariot, while a high-ranking official visited him twice daily to pay respects. Every 5 days, the crown prince and ministers visited Fotucheng, which inspired many courtiers and commoners to convert to Buddhism and join monastic life. As a result, monasteries and stupas proliferated, resplendent with golden decorations. The crown prince Shi Hu had 2 sons residing in Xiangguo. One day, Fotucheng warned Shi Hu that his younger son was gravely ill. Shi Hu rushed to Xiangguo and found his son critically ill, but the court physicians and Taoists assured him of recovery. However, Fotucheng lamented, even if a sage reappeared, he could not cure this illness. 3 days later, Shi Hu's son passed away. Shi Hu, contemplating rebellion, confided in his wife, fearing that Fotucheng's prophetic abilities might expose his plans. He plotted to kill Fotucheng the next day. However, Fotucheng, forewarned by divine visions, cautioned his disciple Shi Hu to remind him not to enter any residences after court. The next day, Shi Hu tried to lure Fotucheng into his home, but Shi Hu reminded the master, who quickly left, leaving Shi Hu's plot unfulfilled. Aware of Shi Hu's ambitions, Fotucheng subtly warned Shi Julong without directly accusing his son. When Shi Hu eventually rebelled and was killed by his father, Shi Julong realized Fotucheng's discreet efforts to protect him. Fotucheng once sent his disciples to the western regions to purchase incense. Before their departure, he predicted they would encounter robbers but assured them of divine protection. On their return, the disciples recounted how they had indeed encountered bandits but were saved by a sudden fragrance that frightened the attackers into fleeing. During a drinking session with Shi Julong, Fotucheng suddenly warned of a fire in Yojo. He spat wine onto the ground, saying the fire was now extinguished. When Shi Julong sent men to investigate, they found that a fire had indeed broken out but was miraculously extinguished by a rainstorm that carried the scent of alcohol. Shi Julong considered making his younger son Shi Dao the crown prince, which angered his eldest son Shi Xuan. While talking with Fotucheng in a monastery, a bell rang incessantly. Fotucheng interpreted the sound as an ominous sign, warning Shi Xuan. When Shi Dao arrived, Fotucheng stared at him and remarked on the bloody smell emanating from him. That night, Shi Julong dreamt of a dragon falling from the sky, which Fotucheng later interpreted as a sign of impending disaster. Shi Julong, anxious and fearful, sought Fotucheng's counsel. Fotucheng warned of an imminent bloodshed near the temple, advising the emperor to avoid the area. Despite initial disbelief, Shi Julong heeded the warning, which ultimately saved his life when Shi Xuan murdered Shi Dao in that very location. Shi Xuan then plotted to kill his father but was foiled by Fotucheng's earlier warning. After suppressing the rebellion, Shi Julong arrested Shi Xuan. Fotucheng advised leniency, predicting that sparing Shi Xuan's life would prolong the emperor's reign. However, Shi Julong, enraged by his son's treachery, executed him. Shortly thereafter, a phantom horse appeared, wreaking havoc in the capital. Fotucheng lamented the impending disaster. Shi Julong, still angry, dismissed Fotucheng's concerns. As Shi Julong prepared for a grand feast, Fotucheng ominously recited verses foreshadowing the decline of the kingdom. Shi Julong had hidden the mysterious occurrences in the palace, but Fotucheng, sensing the end, dug his own grave in the western suburbs and calmly awaited his death. Shortly before passing, Fotucheng predicted the fall of the Shi family, expressing his readiness to depart. After his death, rumors spread that Fotucheng had been seen traveling west, and when his tomb was opened, only a stone remained inside. Shi Julong, realizing the significance of the stone, succumbed to illness and died the following year. Fotucheng deeply understood Shi Le's brutality and initially used his miraculous powers to subdue him. Through clever persuasion and miraculous displays, he promoted Buddhism during a chaotic era, leading many Han Chinese and commoners to convert. His efforts established Buddhism as a prominent religion in China, with 893 monasteries founded during his time. Fotucheng's influence persisted under Shi Hu, who continued to promote Buddhism, making it the first time in Chinese history that Buddhism was recognized as a state religion by the highest ruler. Fotucheng's legacy laid a solid foundation for the flourishing of Buddhism in China, with numerous disciples continuing his work.